My dear friends, Namaste. Some questions keep coming back. I ask them myself, and so many of you write to me with the same ones. Who are we? Why are we here? What is our place among billions of stars across billions of light years when we can see only a small part of an ever expanding universe? And then the question closest to our hearts: whom should I pray to? Shiva, Vishnu, Devi? Today, I will sit with these questions honestly, with help from our rishis and from modern science. Listen till the end, because in part 2, I will share a sacred hymn that honor all forms of the divine together, with no conflict, whatever your belief and whatever result you seek. Let me start with a surprising picture. At CERN in Switzerland, home of the Large Hadron Collider, the biggest machine humans ever built, stands a bronze Nataraja, gifted by India in 2004. The plaque beside it says that for modern physicists, Shiva's dance is the dance of subatomic matter. Why does our tradition feel so at home at the frontier of science? Because both ask the same questions. What is this universe made of? Where did it come from? And is what we see all there is? I am not claiming our rishis knew particle physics. I am saying something more beautiful. Two traditions, one using the telescope, the other the stilled mind, keep arriving at the same shape of truth. Before anything existed, nasad asin no sad asit, tadanim nasid rajo no vyoma paroyat. Kim avariva kuhakasya, sharman ambha, kim asid gahanang gabhiram. Then there was neither non existence nor existence, no realm of air, no sky beyond it. What stirred? Where? Was there water unfathomably deep? Rigveda 10, 129 1. Nasadiya Sukta. Before the universe, says the Rigveda, there was not even nothing, because even nothing is an idea, and ideas were not yet born. Science says the universe began 13.8 billion years ago, and if you ask what came before, the honest answer is that time itself may have started there, so there is no before. Our rishis stood at that same edge 3000 years ago, and the hymn ends in a question: who truly knows? Even the gods came after. Perhaps the highest overseer knows, or perhaps even he does not. The scientific spirit inside our own scripture. Deep wonder joined to the honesty of we do not fully know. One truth, many names. Ekam sad vipra bahudha vadanti. Truth is one, the wise speak of it in many ways. Rigveda 1 164:46. This one line is the master key. Science has the same instinct. Electricity, magnetism, and light turned out to be one force. And physics' great dream, unification, says nature is many on the surface and one underneath. The Chandogya Upanishad needs three words: Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. All this is Brahman. Vedanta gives us levels: Brahman, the unlimited ground of all existence; Ishvara, that same reality as Lord; Narayana, Paramashiva, or Mahadevi by tradition; and Devata, a form we can approach and love. So, Shiva is Brahman, Vishnu is Brahman, Devi is Brahman are not three rival claims. One infinite cannot stand outside another. Every layer of truth is complete in its place. The quarrel begins only when one layer attacks another. Shiva, the great stillness. People say Shiva is the destroyer, but that is like calling the ocean the wet thing. Shiva means the auspicious one, pure consciousness at perfect rest, the unmoving witness. The yogi on Kailasa is a picture of the ground state of reality. The Upanishads point to it by negation. Neti neti, not the body, not the breath, not the mind. What remains, silent and aware, is the ground. And physics performed its own neti neti. Empty a box of every particle, and what remains is not nothing. It is the quantum vacuum, the silent ground state of nature's fields, holding the possibility of every particle. The vacuum is physics. Shiva is a truth about consciousness. But the shape is the same. Beneath the moving world, a stillness that is not empty but full. Two instruments, mathematics and meditation. One discovery: Vishnu, the one who holds everything. Maya tatamidam sarvam, jagad avyaktamurtina, matsthani sarva bhutani, nachaham teshva avasthita. By me in my unmanifest form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings rest in me, yet I do not rest in them. Bhagavad Gita 9.4. Vishnu comes from a root meaning to pervade. Does science know an unseen presence that fills and holds everything? Twice over. The Higgs field, present everywhere, gives particles their mass. Without it, no atom would hold together. And the laws of nature are identical in every galaxy. The universe is not just created but continuously maintained. Vishnu's department, written as equations. His deep time is here too. One day of Brahma, says the Gita, lasts 1,000 ages, 4.32 billion years by traditional calculation. The sun is 4.6 billion years old. The universe, 13.8. Our Puranas calmly spoke of billions of years in endless cycles. Narayan resting on Ananta, the endless, between creations. Not measurement, but a civilization at ease with deep time. Hari and Hara and the power both need. Shivaya Vishnu Rupaya, Shiva Rupaya Vishnuve. Shivasya Hridayam, Vishnur Vishnoscha, Hridayam Shiva. Salutations to Shiva, who is of the form of Vishnu, and to Vishnu, who is of the form of Shiva. Vishnu is the heart of Shiva, and Shiva is the heart of Vishnu. Sandhya Vandana verse attributed to the Skanda Purana. Who is greater, Hari or Hara? Our daily Sandhya verse answers, each is the heart of the other. Preservation without transformation is stagnation. Transformation without a steady ground is chaos. Physics runs on the same partnership, unchanging laws governing a never resting universe. And light is fully a wave and fully particles. Which is it really? Proved to be the wrong question. So is who is really supreme? But a deeper question remains. How does stillness ever stir? By what power does the pervader pervade? Both traditions point to one secret, Shakti. Shakti, the power that makes the world. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta. Prabhavitum Nached Evam Devo Na Khalu Kushalahas Panditum Api. Only when united with Shakti does Shiva have the power to create. Without her, the god cannot even stir. Saundarya Lahari 1. The Tantras say it sharply. Without Shakti, Shiva is Shava, a corpse. One vowel apart, everything apart. The Vaishnavas say it sweetly. Narayan is never without Lakshmi. Consciousness without power cannot create. Power without consciousness is blind. Two faces of one reality. Quantum physics echoes this almost perfectly. Every particle is a vibration of an underlying field. Field at rest, nothing. Field vibrating, a universe. The silent field recalls Shiva. The vibration is pure Shakti. And energy endlessly changes its dress. Motion, heat, light, even matter. For E equals mc squared showed matter is frozen energy. Never created, never destroyed. The Shaktas say the same of the mother. Never born, never dying, only changing form. One caution. Shakti is not lab measurable energy, but the power of consciousness to know, will, and act. The parallel is in the pattern. And in the Rigveda's Devi Sukta, she herself declares, I am the sovereign queen, first among those worthy of worship. The dance inside every atom. Bring stillness and power together, and you get the Nataraj, philosophy in bronze. The Damaru drum beats creation into being. The flame is dissolution. The raised palm says, do not fear. The foot pins down apasmara, ignorance. The ring of fire is the cosmos, kept alive by the dance. Now look through the physicist's eyes at CERN. Particles created and destroyed billions of times a second. A proton is a boiling sea of quarks flashing in and out of existence. Matter is not a thing, matter is a rhythm. Stars die, and in dying forge the heavy elements. The iron in your blood was made in a star that had to die so you could live. Shiva's fire does not fight Shiva's drum. Two hands of one dancer. The mother's many faces and her summit. Devi is not one goddess in a line of gods. In Shakta teaching, she is the supreme reality met as power, and her forms are modes of one Shakti, as energy is one yet appears as heat, light, and motion. Parvati, power united with consciousness through tapas and love. Durga, power as protection, emerging from the pooled radiance of the gods, though those powers were hers all along. Chandi and Chamunda, her fierce faces, destroying not people but pride, fear, and ego. Kali, power as time itself. Science met her in its equations, entropy, the arrow of time, and in history, when Oppenheimer, watching the first atomic bomb, reached for our Gita, Kalosmi, I am time, destroyer of worlds. Yet our tradition calls the devourer mother, the same time that dissolves galaxies also ripens them. Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati are one Mahashakti as knowledge, nourishment, and transformation. And the family language, mother, sister, consort, means source, cooperation, inseparability. No literal family tree is intended. Most discussions stop at Durga or Kali, but at the summit stands Lalita Tripurasundari, the beauty of the three cities waking, dream, deep sleep, knower, knowing, known. The Mandukya Upanishad calls what lies beyond the three Turiya, the fourth, the peaceful, the auspicious, the non dual. That is the self. What philosophy calls Turiya, Srividya worships as Lalita, the highest truth of Vedanta given a face and a mother's hand. Her map is the Sri Chakra, nine interlocking triangles converging on a single point, the Bindu. The sadhaka journeys inward until all difference collapses into that point. And when cosmology runs the film of the universe backwards, everything converges toward a single point too. A symbol, not a measurement, but the same intuition, the many come from one. And the Tripura Rahasya gives the deepest image. The universe appears within consciousness the way a vast city appears in a small mirror, never leaving the glass. When Srividya says Lalita dwells beyond the Brahmanda, it means beyond space, time, and causation, as the mirror is beyond the city within it. Hold on to this mirror, the invisible universe. Our Puranas speak of countless Brahmandas, cosmic eggs floating like bubbles. Science has its own egg and bubbles. The observable universe, 93 billion light years across, is a horizon, not a wall. And some speculative theories imagine many bubble universes. Enjoy the echo as echo, not proof. Inside our horizon, the Planck mission's numbers are humbling. Ordinary matter is only about 4.9% of the universe, dark matter about 26.8, dark energy about 68.3. Everything every telescope has ever seen belongs to that 5%. Dark matter has never been seen. We know it only by its effects, from how galaxies rotate and light bends. Two honest notes. These are ingredients, not the portion explored. And dark matter is not Shakti. Dark energy is not Maya. The Kena Upanishad said the true parallel first. The eye does not go there, nor speech, nor mind. The deepest reality is known through its effects. Both traditions agree. What you can see is not the whole. One truth, five readings, and the one who knows. But if truth is one, why do our acharyas disagree? Advaita. Only Brahman is fully real. The soul is Brahman itself. Vishishta Advaita. Souls and world are real, the body of Narayana. Dvaita. God and soul eternally distinct, for love needs two. The Saivas. Everything is Paramashiva's own light. Liberation is recognition. The Shaktas. The world is the mother's real, joyful self expression. Five readings, one truth. Quantum mechanics works perfectly, yet physicists still debate what it means. Copenhagen, many worlds, pilot waves. Same equations, several interpretations, reality undamaged. So too are darshanas, and every window has produced saints. Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya, samanam vriksham parishasvajate, tayor anya pippalam swad, atti anashnan anyo abhichakashiti. Two birds, close companions, cling to the same tree. One eats the sweet fruit, the other looks on without eating. Mundaka Upanishad 3.1.1. And now the summit, where science and Vedanta truly meet. Every telescope image, every collision at CERN, every equation has finally appeared in one place only, in awareness. Science has mapped everything that appears, but the light in which any map appears, consciousness itself, remains its deepest open question. Why is there someone home? They call it the hard problem of consciousness. Precisely there, our Upanishads begin. Two birds on one tree. The first eats the fruits of life, the body mind which science can study. The second simply watches, the witness that has silently seen every scene of your life and which you can never see as an object because it is always the one seeing. The Taittiriya defines it in three words: Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, truth, consciousness, infinity. Not proven by science, but science's deepest question and the Upanishad's opening declaration point at the same spot, the knower. There the two books meet. Closing. From the cosmic throne to the human heart. Now the final key, the one that unlocks everything said today. Go back to Lalita's throne. The Lalita Sahasranama calls her Panchapreta Asanasina and Pancha Brahma Swarupini, the five great principles, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara, Sadashiva, form her seat, and without her they are pretas, lifeless. Think what this means. The whole machinery of the cosmos, creation, preservation, transformation, veiling, grace, runs only because Shakti enlivens it. She is the key that enables everything. And here is the beautiful turn. What is true of the cosmos is true of you. In our lives, the five senses slowly become our masters. We identify with the body alone and forget the presence already shining within. Sadhana does not bring the Divine Mother from somewhere else. She already resides in the heart. Practice is recognition. As it deepens, the senses turn from masters into instruments, and the body itself becomes her asana, her sacred throne. The same seat she occupies at the center of the universe, she occupies in you. The center of your life quietly shifts from the ego to Amba. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. To the goddess who abides in all beings in the form of power, salutations to her, salutations to her, salutations to her, again and again. Devi Mahatmya. Listen to what this hymn actually says. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, the goddess who abides in all beings. It does not ask her to come. It proclaims she is already established in every being, as consciousness, intelligence, strength, memory, compassion, prosperity. When the Devas were crushed by Mahishasura, they first remembered this truth, and remembrance awakened courage, clarity, and unity, and victory followed. Chanting is not forcing the universe to obey, it is aligning with the Shakti already within, and then our thoughts, words, and actions naturally carry more wisdom, peace, and lasting success. So, whom should you pray to? Perhaps our ancestors were never proving that Shiva defeated Vishnu or that Devi is greater than both. Perhaps they were inviting us to discover that the infinite is too vast to be imprisoned in any one name. When the heart longs for silence, it meets Shiva. When it longs for protection and order, it meets Vishnu. When it longs for strength and transformation, it meets the Mother. But the one who answers is never divided. The names are many, the reality is one. Ekam Sat. And that is exactly where part 2 begins. Next time, we take up this very hymn, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, verse by verse, along with the special Bija mantra I promised, honoring all forms together, no conflict, only completion, whatever your chosen door and whatever you seek. Shri Mata, the Mother, Shri Maharagni, the Sovereign Queen, Shrimat Singha Asaneshwari, the Empress on the Lion Throne. May she, already established within every being, become firmly enthroned in your heart and guide every thought, word, and breath toward wisdom. Now that we have explored how all forms of God and all manifestations of divine energy are ultimately one, we can understand that Shakti already resides within each of us. Our spiritual journey is not about acquiring something new, but about awakening and manifesting that divine power so that we may overcome obstacles and fulfill our highest potential in this material world. This is precisely the principle taught by the Devas when they prayed to the Divine Mother through the sacred hymn Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. The phrase Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu means, O Divine Mother who already dwells in all beings. She exists within every one of us as Shakti, strength, Shanti, peace, Matru, motherly compassion, Kanti, radiance, Lakshmi, prosperity, Smriti, memory, and countless other divine qualities. Therefore, our goal is simply to invoke and awaken her presence within ourselves. In this video, we will recite the Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu hymn once as part of our explanation. In part 2, the same hymn will be recited 16 times, accompanied by the Sankalpa and Aparadha Kshamapana prayers, allowing you to perform a complete and focused parayana. We encourage you to first understand the deeper meaning and analysis presented in this video, and then proceed to part 2 to perform your devotional recitation with greater faith, understanding, and spiritual connection. Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivayai Satatam Namah. Namah Prakrityai Bhadrayai Niyata Pranata Smatam. Raudrayai Namo Nityayai Gauryai Dhatriyai Namo Namah. Jyotsnayai Chendurupinyai Sukhayai Satatam Namah. Kalyanyai Pranata Vridhyai Siddhyai Kurmo Namo Namah. Nairityai Bhubritam Lakshmiyai Sarvanyai Te Namo Namah. Durgayai Durgaparayai Sarayai Sarvakarinyai Khyatयै Tataiva Krishnayai Dhumrayai Satatam Namah. Ati Saumyati Raudrayai Natastasyai Namo Namah. Namo Jagat Pratishthayai Devyai Krityai Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayeti Shabdita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetanetya Abhidhiyate. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshudha Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chaya Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Trishna Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshanti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Jati Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lajja Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kanti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vriddhi Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Smriti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Daya Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai Namastasyai नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु तुष्टिरूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। इन्द्रियाणाम् अधिष्ठात्री भूतानां चाखिलेषु या, भूतेषु सततं तस्यै व्याप्तिदेव्यै नमो नमः। चितिरूपेण या कृष्णम् एतद्व्याप्य स्थिता जगत्, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः।